Okay. So at the beginning of the book, you talk about how the average person needs to learn how to make money with no money. Can you explain that?
Uh, I talk about how people can make money with no money, and they don't believe me. This is one of my favorite principles. In the world that we live in, you go into any store, they have a inventory, they have a back room full of stuff, they have orders, they have shipments, they have warehouse, they have to put money out for those products. Then they sit there and they have to spend what money they have left, which is very little, trying to get people in the door. And when it's all said and done, after they have people and employees and overhead and real estate and insurance, it's really hard to make money at retail. Let's look at this option. What if you thought you could sell this really cool pen and it costs, let's say it costs $50. It doesn't, but let's say it did. You want to sell this for $50. Now, excuse me, it costs 50. You sell it for 100 if it costs 50 at retail. So you buy it for 50, you're out $50. You then put it on in your retail store and sit there and wait for someone to buy it for 100. Or you can buy it. Option two is you buy it, put it on the internet and try and sell it for 75 because you don't need as much markup, right? Because you don't have all the overhead. What if I could tell you you could sell it and then put out the money to buy it? You sell it first, then you buy it second. So the idea is this product can sell. It costs $50. I put it on the market and I know where to buy it. I don't worry because they have them in inventory. I take a picture of it. I put it online, whether it's my own site, whether it's Facebook, whether it's YouTube, or any other website, eBay. I sell it for $60 plus shipping. I collect my $70. I then go buy it for 50 and send it to you. I've just made a transaction without owning the product and I fulfilled it with your money. Now you look at that and say, okay, that works for a few items, but can I scale it? You know, Microsoft got rich and Bill Gates, who I share a birthday with, whenever we see each other, that's all we talk about is we happen to have the same birthday, that he made one product really well, sold millions, and then kept putting more money into that product and then sold more of them. It was scalable. And scale is number one. Excuse me, your database is number one, and getting a product that is scalable is number two. So you find a product that sells. I have a friend, so help me. He sells automotive car mats, floor mats. He did $750,000 last year. He's in the book, Gary Casper.
Nice.
And he sells them because he found a friend that I introduced him to. It was my college roommate that owns thousands of automotive car mats in a warehouse. And he sells them for like $5. And he sells them retail for 20. So he buys them cheap. So the game, as we all know as entrepreneurs, is to make that gap as big as possible. The buy and the sell, and widen it and widen it and widen it, and then find other things to sell to those same people. And that works. So the game that we started talking about was selling it, then buying it. So now my friend Gary thought he'd be smart, and he went and bought a bunch of these and put them in his warehouse so it'd save him going back and forth. And with the warehouse overhead and the people overhead and the cost of buying them, he almost ran out of money and he almost went under. He went back to his old philosophy that I had taught him originally, which was sell it, then go buy it. And he even sells it off of a photo. He doesn't own them anymore. He doesn't need to. He has 30 different, 40 different, 50 different photos. He sells them and then he buys them.
Nice, nice.
It's smart. We own blinds.com. It's a window blinds company. It's boring business, right? Window blinds. I tell the truth. I never bought a blind online. I don't understand how that would work because I'm an old guy and I like to have someone come in and just do it because I do what I do best. He does what he does best. A lot of people like to do it themselves. That saves them money, right? So we started at $1,000, $1 million, $2 million. That company's doing 70 million a year online, selling window coverings and window blinds. And we own no blinds, none. Everything is a photo, outsource, drop ship. And anyone who wants to create a blind site can use us as the fulfillment. So you can become an affiliate of our site and sell our product.
Oh, okay. Very cool. All right. So you talked about some of your businesses, right? Let's go over some of the business models for some of your sites. You mentioned 5, I believe, in your book.
Yeah, that's the, number 1 is the domain name business. I own lots of domain names, and you point the traffic to Google, or there's usually a company in the middle, and for every $2 click, they send you $1. So if I have a domain name and it has lots of traffic, go look at mutualfunds.com. You'll see at mutualfunds.com, I don't own a site there. I have the name, but I don't have a site. What I do is I point it to this company. They automatically route it to Google. Google sells the clicks. They send the company 60 cents a click, and the company sends me 50 cents a click. That's the basic business model. So domain names with traffic have inherent value, because if you don't have your own website, Google will take that traffic and make money with it. That's model number 1. Blinds, I mentioned. We sell window blinds. We have no product, no inventory, 100% outsource, drop ship. Meaning I outsource the manufacturing to someone, they make the blinds, and they ship them, and we take the money. We send the manufacturer a check 30 days later. Cufflinks. None of you guys wear cufflinks, but there's a niche in the world, and in Europe it's very popular. There's a niche for cufflinks. So we have a warehouse, actually an office, about 3,000 square feet, probably the size of your house, that has nothing but cufflinks, 5,000 different cufflinks. And if you look at the website, it's pretty cool. And go to cufflinks.com. Don't do it on the Google, because then you cost me 50 cents. We don't want that. There's a niche of people that like cufflinks. They're just fun. So that one, we do have product, but it has enough margin where we can afford to buy the product, hold it, warehouse it, and ship it ourselves. Summercamps.com is the website that we teach parents the right summer camp for their kids. So you can go to summer camps, and the summer camps advertise on the website. So that business model is running a website that teaches people, here's the differences between summer camp A, B, and C. Here's a picture of it. Maybe here's a video, whatever it may be. And they can pick which summer camp they want. And then those clients advertise to get higher on the list. The last business model, which is my favorite, is e-tickets. If you want to buy tickets to a concert, most of the time, if you can't get them yourself, people use scalpers. And they use websites to sell tickets. So I owned e-tickets, and there are 2 types of e-tickets, right? There's Broadway and sports and events locally, and then there's airlines. But most people don't buy e-tickets for airlines. They buy them for events. So I had the traffic pointing to Google, and I was getting about $1,000, $1,500 a month on the traffic. Now, keep in mind, I bought the domain name for $8, and it does $1,500 a month. Now, this is old because I bought it a long time ago, but $1,500 a month was good. But in a business, you always say, okay, this is the constant. Let me see if I can test a variable to do better. So we tested pointing the name to a ticket site, and the ticket site would pay me more than Google. I got 10% of the sales. So if the site did $3,000 a month, I made $30,000 a month, I made $3,000. If it did $40,000 a month, I did $4,000. So the next level up on the list was send the traffic to Google, and I doubled my revenue. I did no more work. It took 30 seconds to change the DNS from that company to that company. That's all I did. If I want to do better, I can go test it against other variables. If I want to open my own website and sell tickets, I could do that, but that takes time, effort, money, a programmer, and an inventory of tickets. I don't want to do that. So the highest and best use, which is the term we put on real estate, is that.
Okay, so let me get this right. So your e-tickets, it's not exactly an affiliate website. I mean, it is, but not to the extent that we're thinking of. It's not like you write the content and you have links that point to the website. Your traffic goes directly to the affiliate's website.
Right. If you go look at the term e-tickets, it looks like and feels like a website. But if you read the terms and conditions, it's a third party managing the site. And the third party, called Ticket Network Direct, works with ticket people, and everyone joins the network, and then we can sell each other's tickets in that respect. But if you just want to sell tickets and not do any work, you point to the site and get your check. If I want to upload tickets to sell, I can do that as well. But then I have to deal with the client, run the credit card, and then send them their tickets. That's a lot of hassle. I don't want to do that.
So then, like, the majority of the traffic, I'm assuming, comes from type-ins, right? For e-tickets?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. There you go. The 5 business models for Marc's companies.
Well, we have, and you have other things like affiliate.
Yeah.
We all know that. So within the companies, we have affiliates. So you can resell cufflinks or resell blinds. And then one of my favorites right now is lead gen. There's a whole trade show you can attend. And I tell your people watching this, look up these couple of shows. Affiliate Summit. It's in New York. I'm the keynote speaker next year, is one of them. And Lead Gen is one. That's a good one. It's called Leads Con, Leadscon. If you want to get in the lead gen business, colleges and universities look for people that want to come to their school. They'll pay as much as $20, $25 per application. So in the book is a breakdown of all the different types of ways to make money. One of them is lead gen. And lead gen is very valuable if you know how to get traffic. So you say, I'm going to go get lead gen for kids that want to go to college. You go to the local high school and you test the idea with your website. Go to all the kids at the school and say, go to my one website. You can fill out a college app for 50 colleges. And if they do that, all the colleges send you money for that application, whether they go to that college or not.
Very cool.
The people made a lot of money in the credit card business because they got lots of applications for credit cards.
That's yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the book, to all these things you're breaking down. So,
yeah, well, I do want to ask. It's really important. This book, the goal of a book is to get as many people to read it as possible. I make $2 a book. That's the real number. At a $20 book, the author makes 10% or $2. And what we want to do is teach all of the teens in the world everything they can about how to make money online, so you guys can all talk about it. You're going to go one way, your friend's going to go another way, and the third friend will go a different way. What you then want to do is meet up once a week or once a month and share your experiences so you can get smarter, faster, quicker, and get better, and you'll all be better than the next guy. So I try and use this book as the immediate get in, read the book, share what you learn about it, and then talk to each other to help each other. And what I want, and what I'm asking for anyone watching this video, is to Facebook and Twitter and email all of your friends and tell them, once you've read the book, this book's really cool, if you like it. I have a feeling you will. It's pretty good stuff.